everybody, welcome to our show. It's time for our NFL Week 1 picks. As usual, like last year, we're here with my co-host, Travis, Chef Corleone, my assistant Andy, and we got a new co-host right here. This is Baby Blue. How you doing, Baby Blue? Hey, you doing all right today? All right, good. Who's your favorite team, Baby Blue? What? The Panthers? Why? Because you like blue and so you like the Panthers? Where you live at, New Orleans? You heard it here, folks. He lives in New Orleans and he's a Panthers fan. Blasphemy. That's blasphemy, Chef.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to our picks. First game is the Packers versus the Eagles. I'm going with the Packers. What about you, Andy? Packers. What about you, Travis?
Packers.
What about you, Chef?
Packers.
What about you, Baby Blue? Yeah, he's going with the Eagles. All right, next game is the Packers versus the Giants. I'm going with the Giants. What about you, Andy? Giants. What about you, Travis?
Giants.
What about you, Chef?
Giants.
What about you, Baby Blue? What? Vikings, okay. Next game is the Patriots versus the Bengals. I'm going with the Patriots. What about you, Andy? Bengals. Patriots or Bengals, Travis?
Bengals.
And what about you, Chef?
Patriots.
And you, Baby Blue? Yeah, he's going with the Houday Bengals. I'm starting to not like you. All right, next game is the Steelers versus the Falcons. I'm going with the Steelers. What about you, Andy? Falcons. What about you, Travis?
Falcons.
What about you, Chef?
Falcons.
What about you, Baby Blue? He's going with the Falcons. All right, next game is the Texans at the Colts. I'm going with the Texans. What about you, Andy? Texans. Travis, what about you?
Texans.
What about you, Chef?
Texans.
What about you, Baby Blue? He's going with the Colts. Okay, next game is the Cardinals versus the Bills. I'm going with the Bills. What about you, Andy? Bills. Travis?
Bills.
What about you, Chef?
Bills.
Yeah, what about you, Baby Blue? He's going with the Cardinals. All right, next game is the Titans versus the Bears. I'm going with the Bears. What about you, Andy? Bears. Travis?
Titans.
What about you, Chef?
Bears.
And what about you, Baby Blue? He's going with the Titans. All right, next game is the Jaguars versus the Dolphins. I'm going with the Dolphins. What about you, Andy? Dolphins. What about you, Travis?
Dolphins.
What about you, Chef?
Dolphins.
What about you, Baby Blue? He's going with the Jaguars. Okay, next game is the Broncos versus the Seahawks. I'm going with the Seahawks. What about you, Andy? Seahawks. What about you, Travis?
Seahawks.
And what about you, Chef?
Seahawks.
And what about you, Baby Blue? He's going with the rookie quarterback, Broncos. Okay, next game is the Raiders versus the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers. What about you, Andy? Chargers. Travis, what about you?
Raiders.
What about you, Chef? Chargers or Raiders, Chef?
Raiders.
And what about you, baby? He's going with the Raiders, too. Okay, next game is the Cowboys versus the Browns. Does the Browns still have that pervert quarterback, Andy? Yep. Well, I'm going with the lesser of two evils, then. I'm going with the Cowboys. What about you, Travis?
Cowboys.
What about you, Chef?
Cowboys.
And what about you, Baby Blue? He's going with the Browns with the pervert quarterback. Okay, next game is the Commanders versus the Bucks. I'm going with the Commanders. What about you, Andy? Bucks. What about you, Travis?
Bucks.
What about you, Chef?
Commanders.
And what about you, Baby Blue? He's going with the Commanders. All right. The last game is the Saints versus the Panthers. Of course, I'm going with the Saints. What about you, Andy? Saints. Travis.
Saints.
What about you, Chef?
Saints.
And what about you, Baby Blue? You go with the Panthers. That's sacrilegious. Blasphemy. Blasphemy. All right, everybody. That's our show. We'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. Yep. You had a good day?
Yep.
How about you, Chick?
Good.
Good.